Thank you for joining this training. During this session, we will be discussing FHA to FHA simple refinances. There are two types of FHA refinances, cash out and no cash out. A cash out refinance is a refinance of any mortgage or a withdrawal of equity where no mortgage currently exists in which the mortgage proceeds are not limited to specific purposes. A no cash out refinance is a refinance of any mortgage in which the mortgage proceeds are limited to the purpose of extinguishing the existing debt and costs associated with the transaction. FHA offers three types of no cash out refinances: rate and term, simple refinance, and streamline refinance. A rate and term refinance may or may not be paying off the existing FHA loan, while the simple refinance or streamline refinance must always be a scenario where you will be paying off an existing subject property FHA loan. There are special rules to follow when you are paying off an existing FHA loan with a new FHA loan, and that is the focus of this training. When you are paying off an existing FHA loan, you may or may not need to apply a UFMIP refund. You make that determination by pulling the refinance authorization through FHAC. You can refer to the UFMIP refund short training video for more information. We'll be completing the refinance worksheet for a simple refinance. Now that we have our refinance authorization results and we know that we are doing a no cash out refinance, we must decide if we are doing a regular rate and term, simple, or streamline. You can make this determination by reviewing the loan in FT360 and the FHA case number assignment. Next, we determine that this is a simple refinance transaction because we're paying off an FHA loan and the case assignment has already confirmed it's not a streamline refinance. So now we must complete a refinance authorization worksheet. These worksheets can be accessed from the Underwriter Control Panel 92900 LT form as indicated on this slide. After you click FHA Refinance Worksheets, an Excel workbook will open. You will have to enable the worksheet to be able to edit it. You can do so by clicking on the Enable button at the top of the spreadsheet. Prior to completing the worksheet, let's review HUD's guidelines that explains what can be included in the new loan amount. Here are the maximum mortgage amounts. The maximum LTV ratio for a simple refinance is 97.75% for principal residences and 85% for HUD-approved secondary residences. The maximum CLTV for a simple refinance is 97.75% for principal residences and 85% for HUD-approved secondary residences. This slide shows how to calculate the maximum mortgage amount for simple refinance transactions. To complete the FHA Simple Refinance worksheet, you will need the existing FHA loan payoff statement, total scorecard findings, appraisal, and refinance authorization results. Next, we're going to be showing a short video on how to complete the Simple Refinance worksheet.
In this video, we will complete the FHA to FHA Simple Refinance calculation worksheet. To complete this worksheet, you'll need the appraisal, your total scorecard findings, current payoff statement on the existing loan, and the refi authorization results from FHA Connection. To begin, go into Fast Track 360 and pull up the subject loan, maneuver to the 92900 LT tab in the Underwriting Control Panel. On that screen, there's the FHA Refinance worksheets. Click that and the Excel spreadsheet will open. I already have it open here. We are doing an FHA to FHA Simple Refinance worksheet, so you want to make sure you choose the right tab. To begin, you enter the borrower's name, the PRMG loan number, the new FHA case assignment number, and the occupancy. The occupancy should always be owner occupied. Next, you want to enter the adjusted value. Please refer to the product profiles to determine if you're using the prior sales price or the current appraised value. In our scenario, we're using the current appraised value, and that's $255,000. The next step is to enter information from the payoff statement, the 1003, and the appraisal. The first piece of information is the unpaid principal balance from the payoff statement. That amount is $224,903.56. There's no interest due reflected on the payoff statement. There's normally a good through date and a per diem rate after that. So if your closing date is after the good through date, you can add the per diem rate times the number of days to closing here. The next piece of information from the payoff statement is if the payoff reflects any mortgage insurance premium due. Our payoff statement shows that $148.32 is due, so we enter that here. The last piece of information from the payoff statement is to input any late charges or escrow shortages. On our payoff statement, there are none, so we're going to leave that blank as well. The next piece of information we'll get from page 3 of the 1003. That is the closing costs and the prepaids. In our scenario, that total is $9,337.77. The next piece of information comes from the appraisal. There are no borrower paid repairs required by the appraiser in this scenario. So we're finished with the second calculation. The third calculation is from the AUS findings. You want to make sure that you input the maximum statutory loan limit for the county. You get that from the AUS findings in the observations section. In our scenario, the maximum statutory loan limit for the county is $294,515. So we're going to input that amount here. The last step in the calculation worksheet is to enter the amount of the upfront MIP refund due on the existing loan. You get this information from the FHA Refi Authorization results pulled from FHA Connection. You want to make sure that you're using the unearned upfront MIP amount. In our scenario, it's $1,116.73. So we're going to input that amount here. The final step for the worksheet is to determine what the new upfront MIP factor is. You can get that information from the worksheet itself. It's based on the loan amount and when the new case number assignment is pulled. In most cases, it's going to be 1.75. We've now completed the FHA to FHA simple refinance calculation worksheet. The base mortgage amount that we need to be sure is input into Encompass is here under base mortgage amount. We don't include cents and we round down. So the amount we're going to enter into Fast Track 360 is $233,272. We're going to enter that on the details of transaction screen. We've now completed the FHA to FHA simple refinance calculation worksheet and the required input into Encompass.
Thank you for viewing this training. If you have any questions, please contact your team leader or supervisor.